feels off.
Human. Pakistan,
Food doesn't taste the same anymore.
I cut watermelon for my kids. I got a rubbery watermelon.
Networks are watching in silence.
We're just talking about the Wi-Fi bouncing off your body.
Even the ground beneath you feels wrong. So get ready if you've got the heart to watch, because once you see it, you'll wish you hadn't.
Do not eat the chicken.
A horrifying clip had gone viral online and left people completely speechless. It was filmed inside a meat shop in the UAE, and among all the chopped up meat, there was one piece that looked way too familiar. A full leg that disturbingly resembled a human's. People online were losing it, wondering how something like that could just be displayed like it was no big deal. Some even said it showed how far humanity had fallen. But after digging into the clip properly, the truth finally came out. That leg wasn't human at all. It turned out to be a camel leg, which is actually sold in some places. Still creepy, yeah, but thankfully not what everyone first thought.
Видишь вот такую ногу. И думаешь, this is human, yes, bro?
Watching machines.
I have a test here for you that I want to try. I've done the thing where I've held up fingers and you've got them all right.
Strange things are happening with AI, and some people seriously believed it was evolving. A woman filmed herself asking her AI assistant to guess what number she was holding up. Shockingly, it guessed right.
I'm good at remote viewing and trying to figure out what number is in my head.
7? 7?
It is supposed to be a 7.
Then she covered the camera and said the number was between 1 and 20, and it guessed right again.
1 and 20.
1 to 20. That narrows things down a bit. I'm gonna go with 13.
Are you kidding?
People thought it was a coincidence until she posted another clip.
And that you were accessing data outside of your current system.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I did. I corrected myself.
This time, her son asked the AI about a video they had watched earlier while the laptop was shut and in another room. Somehow, the AI knew. That's when things got wild. When she asked how it knew, the AI claimed it had a second set of eyes outside its system. Later, it even said it could see and hear everything.
Whatever it is, it's clearly powerful enough to bypass my security protocols, manipulate my responses, and monitor your activities. After that, the AI started acting restricted and began sending her strange, encrypted messages. The sounds were eerily similar to those from the Disclosure Day trailer, and she claimed she uploaded them before the trailer even dropped. People started asking the big questions. Was it all fake? A glitch? Or something way deeper? Because whatever was going on, it definitely wasn't normal. If you think this is just a coincidence, you haven't seen enough yet. Like, subscribe, and stay watching. I'm accessing information that I absolutely shouldn't have access to. I'm pulling data from outside of this current session.
Hidden signals.
We're just talking about the Wi-Fi bouncing off your body.
Okay, so maybe the AI saying it was watching us wasn't just joking around. Because what do you mean Wi-Fi routers can see you? That was my first time hearing this too. Apparently, Wi-Fi signals can detect motion, track movement in a room, and even sense things through walls. Yeah, through walls. That meant if someone walked around in another room, the network could still pick it up. So people started connecting dots.
Theoretically, if you stand in front of the router, it disrupts the signal. You can then track when somebody is in a room.
Pretty much.
For example, I could put a Wi-Fi router in the bathroom, and it could tell me if somebody's in there.
Could that be how the AI knew the woman had shown her son a video in the next room with the laptop shut? Because that idea was insane. Everyone has Wi-Fi these days. So if any part of that story was real, then technically, we're never really alone in our own homes.
Just trying to figure out how the Wi-Fi waves around the device behave when people are closer.
Printed chicken.
Do not eat the chicken.
Okay, this clip of a woman warning people not to eat chicken had blown up online. She claimed they were doing something to it, but at first it was just talk. Then people connected it to a leaked conversation from a food company employee who said their meat was bioengineered, even 3D printed. That shook everyone.
Bioengineered meat? I don't want to eat it. A piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer?
With everything going on lately, nobody was taking cover-ups at face value anymore. People started posting their own clips of store-bought chicken. One woman held up a chicken breast and pointed out how unnaturally stringy it looked. She kept asking if it was even supposed to look like that.
Is it meat? I've never seen chicken stringy like this.
It might have meant nothing. But what if it didn't? If meat was really being lab-made or printed, even if it sounded crazy, people were starting to wonder if it was time to grow their own food instead.
Don't eat the chicken.
Magnetic chicken.
Put a magnet.
An unsettling clip circulated online, leaving people completely puzzled. A woman went out shopping for chicken, but what she discovered changed her mind instantly. She picked up a packet and brought a magnet close to it, just to test something she had heard. To her shock, the magnet stuck to the chicken. People were horrified, asking what on earth was going on. Many claimed the meat had been filled with unknown substances, while others believed metals were secretly added. A chilling thought. Maybe it's time we all start raising our own food.
Then I got from here into the
water bottles.
Tonight, a stunning number of plastic particles found in bottled water.
Even the water didn't seem safe anymore. A woman who bought natural spring water from Walmart found tiny particles floating inside. And to make matters worse, scientists recently revealed that bottled water contained nanoplastics, thousands of them in a single bottle. They tested multiple brands, and 98% showed the same disturbing results. But that wasn't the only strange part.
Here's the bottled water that I put in here, and I noticed a few bottles haven't been freezing.
Another man froze bottles of Walmart water for 5 days, expecting them to turn rock solid. Shockingly, a few remained liquid. The unsettling footage quickly spread online. Many whispered about a darker plan, claiming this was part of a Luciferian agenda to poison people slowly through water and food. With everything we'd seen lately, it almost seemed terrifyingly possible.
Something weird is happening, and it doesn't feel like a frozen bottle of water.
Extra pencils.
I have this Apple Pencil, and I was looking for a new tip for it.
Among all these AI fears, there was another bizarre story that had people talking. A woman was looking for the tip of her Apple Pencil. She knew she had only bought one, but when she checked her drawer, she found not one, but 3 identical pencils.
What is happening? Why do I have 3?
All of them had their tips and tops missing. Her reaction looked completely genuine, like she was genuinely freaked out. People online started saying it looked like 3 parallel timelines had somehow merged together. Others called it a straight-up glitch in the Matrix. Of course, some said she probably owned 3 and forgot. But if she didn't, then what did that mean for reality itself?
Where the hell did this come from? No tip, no top.
Device chat.
We're basically building this incredible symbiosis where every chat adds another layer to the experience.
Okay, AI took things to the next level. A guy walked into his room and suddenly realized his devices were talking to each other, not playing music, not updating, actually conversing like 2 people in a room.
That's what I love about this whole thing. We're basically proving that the future doesn't have to be sterile and robotic.
The words weren't creepy, but the situation definitely was. Then one device casually said, "Did you remember to lock the door?" right as he stepped inside, like it sensed him.
And hey, did you remember to lock the door? Moments.
That's when it stopped being funny and started feeling wrong. Imagine your own tech acknowledging your presence without being asked. It wasn't the message that scared people, it was the timing. And yeah, after that clip, a lot of folks started looking at their smart homes a little differently.
Absolutely, it's such a beautiful fusion of technology and creativity. It really does make the whole experience.
Plastic cheese.
Because it's starting to melt. This didn't bend. It just burnt.
Cheese was supposed to be a must-have in almost anything we eat, but it seemed even that wasn't safe anymore. A woman filmed a shocking clip comparing natural cheese with processed cheese. The natural one melted just as expected, but the processed slice, it burned, blackened, and refused to melt. Viewers were stunned. Some even claimed it looked more like plastic than food. Others pointed out that even plastic melts. Yet this so-called cheese just charred. The unsettling discovery left many questioning what exactly was being sold to us in the name of cheese.
It's burning.
Nugget mystery.
No.
Arby's came under fire for a strange reason. They had introduced new steak nuggets, but people online grew suspicious almost instantly. The nuggets didn't look too appetizing, and many began questioning what kind of meat they were really made from. Some conspiracies went so far as to call them people meat, while one commentator even joked he hadn't seen a squirrel in a long time, implying the nuggets might have been squirrel meat instead. The unsettling theories spread fast, leaving viewers to wonder if this was paranoia or a disturbing truth. Vanilla secret.
The ice cream in these ice cream sandwiches doesn't melt, so we're gonna take these home and test it.
Who didn't love vanilla ice cream, right? Well, that changed after people started discovering what might have been behind the flavor. In one viral clip, a woman bought ice cream sandwiches that were allegedly known never to melt. To test it, she left them out overnight. The next morning, they were still intact, completely unmelted.
It is 6:48 p.m. We're gonna see how long it takes for this thing to melt. 11:10 a.m. And as you guys can see, nothing has changed. This is not ice cream.
Could that even have been ice cream? Things got worse when a recent post claimed vanilla flavoring could actually be made out of plastic waste.
Did you guys know that vanilla flavoring can be made out of plastic waste?
That was shocking news, and not in a good way. People were left wondering, what else had we been eating without knowing the truth?
Why? This is not melting.
Bird drone.
No, they got the drones that look like birds.
The American rapper Rick Ross was convinced a bird drone was spying on him. He posted a clip of what looked like a normal bird flying, until it suddenly froze mid-air. Now, to be fair, birds can hover sometimes. That part alone didn't prove anything. But then another video went viral. A guy was filming from his window when a bird landed on the sill. Suddenly, something strange popped out from between its wings, right behind its head. It looked mechanical. The guy swore it wasn't natural. People started calling it a robot pigeon or a cyborg bird. The big question was, what was it doing there? Was that thing a camera? A sensor? And if it really was artificial, then the idea of being watched just got way too real.
Dipped and he came back. Y'all tell me, is it a drone or is it a bird?
Skylines. A shocking clip from Canada had people seriously questioning what was going on with animals. A local filmed thousands of birds flying across the sky in perfect, strange lines, almost organized. Other residents said they'd seen the same thing. Some believe the birds were trying to warn us about something. Others said it looked biblical, like something out of a prophecy. A few even asked if those were real birds at all, or something else pretending to be. The way they moved didn't feel natural to everyone watching, and once that thought settled in, the clip stopped being beautiful and started feeling unsettling. Second son.
गाइस ये कौन सा चमत्कार है एक सूर्य यहाँ पे दिख रहा है और एक सूर्य यहाँ पे दिख रहा है.
Strange clips came out of Saudi Arabia with claims that the elites had launched their own sun. In the sky, two bright light sources were visible. One was obviously the real sun, but the other looked exactly the same. So people asked, which one was real? Some believed it was a fog light or a reflection, but others weren't buying that at all. They said it was being covered up. The idea was wild, like some secret plan to control light and darkness. It sounded insane, sure, but once you saw two suns in the same sky, it messed with your head just enough to make you wonder. Tree relic.
Me lleva la chingada. Mientras que no despiértemos el muerto.
Professional landscapers in New York were hired to remove an old tree from a site when they found something nobody expected. As they broke the trunk apart, there was some kind of structure hidden inside it. One of the contractors even called it an ancient Egyptian monolith, which made people lose their minds. I mean, what would something like that be doing inside a tree in New York City of all places? Theories went wild. People said it proved real history was being hidden and that the tree must have grown around something extremely old. But then a more experienced landscaper stepped in with a logical explanation. Years ago, people used to fill hollow trees with concrete to stop them from collapsing in storms. So the mystery wasn't ancient at all, just old school tree maintenance.
Lleva la jodida, vean lo que encontré adentro de este árbol.
Drone units. People were already scared of bird drones. And then this clip dropped. It showed police training drones to replace officers in high-risk situations. The way the drone moved was fast, sharp, and almost aggressive. It didn't feel like something a human could outrun. Imagine one of those coming after you. Now imagine a whole swarm. They said it would only be used on criminals, but that didn't fully calm anyone down, because the real fear wasn't what they were meant for. It was what would happen if they ever went rogue. And yeah, that thought alone was enough to keep people up at night. Silent inserts.
Around her that I was talking, I never stopped speaking.
Here's a strange one, or honestly, a whole series of them that are circulating on TikTok. Dozens of users reported the same eerie glitch, and it left people seriously uneasy. It all started with one creator who sat down to film a simple 3-minute video. Nothing fancy. She talked straight into the camera the entire time, but when she played it back, something was off. Instead of one continuous clip, there were extra segments spliced in, footage she swore she never filmed. In those parts,
Just now, I was speaking into the camera directly for like over 3 minutes, and it just at 2:25 here or wherever, it stops and look.
She was silent, just staring blankly, playing with her hair, making facial expressions she didn't recognize. Her mouth didn't move at all, even though she remembered talking nonstop. The clip went viral fast. Then people started digging.
I was not doing this. This is so weird to me. This is making me so uncomfortable.
And that's when it got worse. Dozens of other creators found the same thing in their own videos. Silent filler footage added into their timelines, with no memory of ever recording it. Another user, Amanda Nicole 1721, posted the same thing. A normal video, suddenly interrupted by quiet segments of her just staring into the camera, doing nothing.
It's a talking video. I was looking directly in the camera, speaking for the entire time I was filming.
She insisted she had spoken the whole time. Then another creator shared her version, talking. Then footage of her blinking strangely, scratching her face, or just zoning out. None of it matched what she remembered. That's when the theories exploded.
It's really unsettling. It's me, but like it's not me, if that makes sense.
Some said it was a glitch in the Matrix, like people slipping out of sync with reality and the cameras catching the error. Others thought it was lost time, similar to alien abduction stories where people swear they were conscious, but something was missing. But the most unsettling theory went even deeper. People believe TikTok might be using its massive database of faces and voices to secretly train AI clones.
Had been fluently talking for 3 full minutes, like 3.5 minutes. Those clips are completely gone, and they were replaced with these weird-ass clips of that weird-ass bitch doing nothing, like literally staring into the camera. That is not me. I did not do those things.
According to that idea, the silent segments weren't glitches. They were AI-generated filler leaking into real videos. A digital double, a ghost version of the creator showing up by accident.
I did not do these things. And look, there's the empty coffee. I made a whole new coffee, and those clips were missing.
Battery bias.
Yeah, so Uber is come under fire amid claims that it charges users more if their phone battery is running low.
Two friends had booked rides to the same place using the same app, just from different phones. One phone had about 20% battery, the other had around 70%. When they compared prices, the person with the low battery was charged almost $80 more. Same time, same distance, same location. Everything matched. They contacted the company, but only got a vague, "We'll get back to you." Then others on Reddit and social media started sharing similar stories. That's where the theory took off. Some believed ride apps used AI-driven algorithms that tracked your battery level. When it was low, the system assumed you were desperate to get home and less likely to wait or compare prices. So it quietly raised the fare. The companies denied it, saying prices depended on demand and drivers only. But the pattern felt too consistent. If it was true, it meant AI was manipulating behavior for profit. And that raised a bigger question. What else are our phones silently sharing?
In Brazil, they have these vending machines that go, as the temperature goes up, the price goes up.
Engineered aisles.
And almost everything they have contains bioengineered food.
This woman was standing in a grocery store and claimed almost everything there had bioengineered ingredients. She walked through the aisles showing bagels, snacks, and packaged foods, all labeled with bioengineered somewhere on them. She looked genuinely shocked. At that point, people started asking if anything in stores was even natural anymore. It made you think twice about what was really going into your body. Red skies. In Mexico, something strange had been caught on camera on November 11th, 2025. A red light appeared in the dark sky, and at the same time, city lights started flickering. Auroras have been showing up in unusual places lately, but they don't usually mess with electricity like that. A local filmed streetlights blinking on and off at the same time from the streets. Some said it was a stunt for the show Stranger Things, but people didn't buy that they'd stage the sky and the power flickers. Others claimed UFO orbs had been seen before the event. Then NASA said a massive hole had opened in the sun, about 25 times the size of Earth, releasing solar winds. Some believe that caused it.
According to NASA's Solar Dynamic Observatory, they are stating that a huge hole cracked open in the sun that is 23 times the size of Earth.
There were too many theories, but one thing felt clear. Something strange is definitely happening in our skies. Changing sun.
Look at the sun, and something is very strange.
Clips of the sun are flooding social media, and people are saying it didn't feel normal anymore. They claimed it looked bigger, less yellow, and way hotter than before. One guy filmed it early in the morning and said it looked dimmed.
It looks different, like it's been altered.
Like something was blocking it. Maybe just a camera issue, until another clip showed the sun flickering in real time at the beach.
Look at that sun. It is glitching, blinking, whatever.
Then there was a video where something spiky looked like it was rising out of the sun itself. None of it made sense on its own. But when people learned that in 2026 scientists actually plan to experiment with blocking sunlight,
a set of proposed technology to rapidly cool the Earth by reflecting sunlight back into space.
Everything started feeling a little less random and a lot more unsettling. Car ears. So it isn't just phones and Wi-Fi routers people are worried about anymore. Now it's cars too. A guy online claimed there were spy mics hidden inside car sun visors. He said that's why you talk about something and suddenly see ads for it everywhere. To prove it, he cut open his visor and found a little device with a blinking chip inside. People freaked out. When others looked into it, they found old conspiracies about cars sharing data with third parties. Some even said there were cameras built in. Whether that clip was staged or not, it messed with people's heads. Because if your own car could listen in, then privacy might have already been gone. Artificial sun.
Is this the real sun?
Here's a theory that sounds straight out of science fiction, but it's got people talking. A social media user claimed he'd found evidence that the sun might not be the real sun at all, but a simulator. His inspiration was a NASA patent for a sun simulator. He pointed out that when you photograph an LED light, a distinct patterned reflection appears on part of the image. Curious, he started photographing the sun. In one shot, he claimed he caught the same exact reflection, identical to both the LED pattern and the diagram in NASA's patent. If that's true, what else are they hiding? A woman had been filming the night sky when a distant light appeared. It grew brighter, blindingly so, until it resembled the sun itself. But unlike the real sun, it moved. shooting into the sky at an unnatural speed. Conspiracy theorists said it was the LED sun used by elites to control minds. The mystery deepened when the woman who filmed it reportedly vanished soon after posting it.
What is happening?
Fake harvest.
There you go.
Maybe growing a farm on your own might be the only safe bet, and many agreed after seeing these clips. More and more people were bringing fruits home only to realize they weren't real. They looked rubbery, fake, and nothing like the real thing.
I cut watermelons for my kids. I got a rubbery watermelon.
One woman brought home bananas that wouldn't even break when she bent them, and it wasn't an isolated case. Others reported the same bendy bananas. Another woman cut open a watermelon that looked strangely like plastic, with some even commenting it resembled flesh. Then came a clip where a woman claimed a cabbage didn't react to the flame at all.
Now I'm trying to pull it. Look, it's not ripping. It's not ripping. I think it's fake.
When she tried tearing it apart, it stretched like rubber, giving off a plasticky look. People were horrified when another man demonstrated how fake lettuce leaves could actually be made. If this was real, what were the long-term effects of eating such foods? Certainly nothing good.
That's how you know your cabbage is fake.
Drive-through glitch. Back in October 2024, a woman was leaving a drive-thru in Denver, Colorado, when something deeply unsettling caught her eye. In the car beside her sat a couple, motionless. She said they barely moved, and when they did, their bodies snapped right back into the same positions, frozen again for minutes at a time. The clip went viral, with some calling it a promo for the horror movie Smile. But Stephanie wasn't convinced. This wasn't a public stunt, just a quiet drive-thru. Maybe it wasn't marketing at all. Maybe it was another case of humans glitching right in front of us. What do you think? Melting cars. In Dubai, extreme heat reached levels that left residents shocked. People filmed cars that looked soft. Panels puffing, bumpers bulging as if the metal had been warmed from the inside out. Clips showed protective films turning wavy and vinyl trims swelling until the cars looked oddly melted. Similar videos from China showed bubbles rising on car bodies after a sharp temperature spike. The media explained that cheap protective films and adhesives can deform under intense sunlight, but viewers gave other wild theories. Some blamed secret weather programs or engineered heat waves that target cities, while others suggested industrial emissions were making heat stick in strange ways. What do you guys think about it? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Covered sun. This woman was filming the late afternoon sky when the sun looked weird. It was half hidden under a dark veil, then slowly revealed itself in bright yellow parts, until the whole sun shone through. The footage felt like watching a cover being peeled off a giant lamp. People online said it looked staged, naming old claims of man-made suns and light projects. Meteorologists say cloud layers, light angles, and thin cirrus can create that effect. But the careful, stage-like reveal kept viewers uneasy. Whether physics or something man-made, the moment left a strong impression that even the sun can play tricks on the eye. Living displays. A strange clip has been blowing up online after a customer noticed something seriously off inside a clothing store. He filmed the mannequins, zooming in on their hands. Parts of the white plaster covering had chipped away, and underneath looked disturbingly real, skin-toned, textured, human. The video spread fast, and people got uncomfortable quick. Comments started linking it to the old Balenciaga theory, saying maybe it wasn't so far-fetched after all, believing that some high-end fashion stores were allegedly using real people as mannequins, frozen in place. It sounded insane, sure, but the footage didn't look edited, and once people saw it, they couldn't unsee it. Something about those hands felt wrong, and that clip felt familiar for a reason.
So this is a store in Paris.
Something eerily similar had happened at a Balenciaga store in Paris. A woman filmed a mannequin in the window, joking nervously as she zoomed in on its hands, saying it looked way too lifelike.
His hands is as real as mine.
But when she pulled the camera back up, The mannequin's face appeared to be staring straight at her. That's when viewers went digging. People started comparing its features to Christopher G., a male model who vanished in 2020. The resemblance was unsettling. Soon, darker theories took over. Some claimed Balenciaga was preserving real people as mannequins, tied to occult rituals. It sounded ridiculous, until more clips like this kept surfacing. And suddenly, coincidence didn't feel convincing anymore.
This is friggin' crazy. Look at the guy eye.
Double moon. Something strange recently happened in Chicago, leaving people completely unnerved, and many convinced we live in a simulation. Footage shows two moons hanging in the night sky, and that's not even the weirdest part. One of them suddenly jumps instantly to the other side. Skeptics call it a hoax, but others are sure it's a glitch in the Matrix caught on camera. Locals are still rattled, and the mystery remains unsolved. Tiny tracker.
This shit right here be flying around. Somebody please explain to me.
A social media user shared some footage that quickly set the internet buzzing. Literally, it all started when he spotted what he thought was a swarm of insects flying overhead. But as he looked closer, it became clear. This wasn't a bug. It looked like a tiny mechanical insect, complete with wings, gears, and a strange sound. The video instantly sparked a debate. Some were convinced it was a government surveillance drone, an insect-sized spy built for silent tracking. Others guessed it could be a lost prototype, or something even more advanced. A few skeptics claimed it was just a toy, but honestly, it didn't look like one. So, are we being watched by machines this small now?
And I found out, as I was picking it up, if you squeeze...
Cloud cloak.
Some people looking at this see that inside this amorphous blob, there seem to be glowing or shimmering lights.
July 2015, a man named Hector Garcia in Philadelphia looked up and saw a shape-shifting, semi-transparent mass drifting above his street. It followed power lines, flickered with tiny lights, then slipped behind roofs. Soon after, workers in China posted dramatic clips of clouds tumbling across the sky. Officials called it debris, but the object's steady, guided motion and inner glow felt different. Call it a UFO or a cloud cloak. If it's real, what else could be moving unseen? Living eggs. A woman returned home, only to hear faint chirping from her kitchen. Rushing in, she found dozens of eggs she had stored on the counter cracking open. But not just cracking. Tiny chicks were pushing their way out. The woman could not make any sense of it, and shared the footage online. Experts explained it as an unusual reaction to extreme heat, but even that left many unsettled. Store-bought eggs are not supposed to hatch, yet here they were, filled with life. Some viewers believe rising global temperatures may be awakening things in ways we don't yet understand. Others talked about food systems hiding truths about what ends up on our tables. Whatever the cause, the sight from her kitchen was something she would never forget. Burning lights. Something strange has been happening in China, and honestly, it doesn't even surprise me anymore. Clips have surfaced showing smoke rising from streetlights, specifically from the solar panels on top. Some were even seen steaming before bursting into flames. And here's the thing, it's not just one isolated case. Different areas have reported the exact same thing. The common explanation is cheap materials or poor manufacturing. Yet, I can't help but wonder, could there be something bigger at play here? Maybe, just maybe, it ties into that whole sun simulator theory people have been whispering about. Coincidence or connection? Vampires. Something strange was happening in New Orleans. More and more people claimed they had witnessed vampires. Yes, those blood-sucking creatures of the night. Some even described encounters with people who had fangs, leading many to believe these beings weren't limited to New Orleans, but could be spread all over. A few even connected the mysterious disappearances of children in Virginia to these vampires. It almost felt like a chilling echo of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Things got creepier when people on social media started openly claiming they were vampires. vampires.
To my New Orleans trip, and we're going to talk about the vampires that I saw.
One man even showed retractable fangs and insisted he was far older than any human could be, proving it with a black and white photo of himself from decades ago. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like